welcome to Womiba channel. My name is Onyinye and I will be telling you about the 10 truths you are not told about personal finance. Because everybody we are told this, do this and do that. We read books, but I'm an immigrant living in UK and life is different, it's totally, different. Anything about money here is different from what we know in Nigeria. So as an immigrant that came to UK, I struggled for some time, and so I started I started my program and studied some majors in finance. Then I have to gain some knowledge and some insights on what is happening with my life about money, and that's why I now want to share my life with you. So there are things we are not told, for immigrants that are living in Nigeria, this will be okay for, this will still be good for you because it's the same thing. And again, if you listen to this carefully, you will gain an insight on how to manage your personal finance. And in UK, if you don't listen, life, here we don't have that support system as an immigrant. If anything goes wrong, you're on your own. Mostly, there are people that have family members here, unlike me. I came here, I don't have any sibling here when I came. I don't have anybody. I'm not even yet, I'm not even married at the time I came to United Kingdom. So I want to say this. When we talk about personal finance, it has everything to do with money for ourselves. We manage for ourselves. That is personal. It's not like your office money. It's not. It's what you have earned and what you are about to do with it. So that's personal finance. So that's why it's personal. So today, like I said before, there are things we are not told about money. And again, you most of you or most of us, might have gotten to that wrong foot before we start retracking our steps back to the um to the right thing. But the problem here is, if you don't have information, even if when you are in deep, you might go deeper. So if you don't have that kind of information to help you quickly to retract, the steps or the wrong steps you have, if you there are people that have found themselves in a hole, and coming back is difficult. They have to live with it till they go. So, but when you have the knowledge, it will help you, you know, be able to know what to do even when there's an instability in your life. You might know where to go to or where to turn to. So today, the 10 things we are not told about personal finance. Number one of them is saving. Sometimes when we save this money, we leave it on in the bank. No, that's not the way it works. And what is even savings? In finance, it's simple. Income minus expenses. For personal finance, that's savings. So anything you do with that, what is left for you is your business. So, but if you're not careful, you might misuse that money, and again, we will not get to number two, which is emergency funds. So because in your income, when you minus the expenses, you will now have leftover, which is called savings. This is your personal savings. You have to save, plan how to create what we call emergency fund in finance. That's number two. You have to set up, emergency funds, because sometimes the life will not go as we plan it. So we also know that when things happen, we are expected to clean it up by ourselves. Even if you go to bank when things happen, they want you to, take responsibilities of whatever you are given by them. So it becomes difficult for people already in the hole, or people that doesn't have knowledge on how money works. So you have that savings, you have gotten your income, you have minus your expenses. Now you have savings. Please, we don't save to saving sake. We save with a goal in mind. So number one, as an immigrant or somebody that is starting off, learning about personal finance, you have to set up your emergency funds. Now, what is emergency funds? Emergency funds are money we go to, are money we keep in a place where that is accessible whenever we have issues, money issues. It's simple as that. So you might have these emergency funds, and you're believed or you want to fly back home and all that. You can go to your emergency fund and get some money rather than going to bank or pay the loan. So it will save you a lot of hassles. So set up your emergency funds. That's after you start earning and start saving. Don't save and keep it in the bank. No, get an account where you will put in some money, like 6 months to 1 year expenses. Plan it that way, because recession has shown that 3 months emergency funds are not reliable. So it's better you do 6 months, because see, I have some people that COVID caused them to lose their jobs. They have not even gotten a job. Even till today, they have not gotten another job. So now, 1 month to 2 months, before, financial guru will say do 3 months. No, 3 months is no longer good, or standard. Say from 6 months to 1 year. That's your expenses, your personal expenses. Because when you start earning and start minusing your expenses, you will have an idea of your monthly expenses. So save that amount from 6 months to 1 year expenses. That is your emergency fund. Keep it in that account and don't touch it. Don't use it to buy something that you don't need, or or basic things. So, or spend it on parties. No, is there for a reason, to cushion effects of emergencies. So because we are humans and we are always having issues, life is not fair for any human. So things will come up, loss of job will happen, bereavement will happen, sickness will happen, accident might happen, your car might knock engine. There are issues every day in human life. So emergency fund is there to help you cope at that moment. So number 3 is invest 10% of your money. So you have set up this emergency fund. The next thing you have to do is start saving, is start investing 10% of your money, of the income every month. I don't want to give you a personal advice. You have to sit down and think of this. What are the things you want to invest on? Do you want to invest on stocks, index funds, cars? um do you want to be going to real estate, buying goods and holding it? There are things you can invest on. So, but the one you have to do is the one that will work for you. You know yourself, you know what you want out of life, so ride on with it. So 10% savings, that's number 3. Number 4 is don't have debt outside your mortgage. Try to cut down your expenses, your vices and all that, or peer pressure. That's another thing that make us spend money and we don't realize it till we'll find ourselves in a hole and we'll start thinking. Peer group pressure is a very, very big thing in personal finance. Try to control it. Your friends might want to party, your friends might want a group holiday. Can you afford it? Do you have it? So these are the questions. So try to control that. Make sure that you are controlling that to help you stay out of debt, because once you go into debt, it's so difficult to get out. So avoid debt as much as you can. Go into debt when it is the only thing on the face of earth to do. Except that, don't try it. Stay afloat by avoiding debt. And again, the issue of peer group pressure comes when you don't have opinion on yourself. This is a matter of personal character. You should have friends that understand, that your personal finance is your priority. Most of us immigrants, when we come to the United Kingdom, from Ghana, from Cameroon, from China, from Senegal, from anywhere, the first thing that comes to our mind is we try to belong. We try to do things because others are doing it. Your major project is to get yourself into investing, because the earlier you avoid debt, the earlier you will have enough money to invest. But once you go into debt, paying it off is difficult. I'm telling you, I've got friends, I've got people that have been into debt, and to ruin them till today. They have not gotten their head above water. So stay afloat, avoid debt. Then number 4 is don't trade on stock. This, I'm not saying you shouldn't go into stock, but go into stock for a long term. The longer it is, the more valuable it will be for you. Because sometimes when we come, when we want to start investing, we go into it to trade quick, gains. They are recipe for disaster in stock trading. Go into stocks for long term, as from 10 years is when you should be expecting something. So this number 5, take it serious. Don't go quick, 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 quick. Those kind of quick money is not good. Have money for save and invest for longer term. Don't trade just stock. Trade stock for longer term. That's when you get the value of what you're putting in. Then number 6 is focus on increasing your income. Our yesterday video is on this topic. So you can boost your income in different ways: upscaling, networking, and taking some courses and all that. Industries are different, and the way they go, like nursing, accountant, engineering, they are different. So this is why we need networking, to know more about your industry. So how do you network? If you check the other post, there's a website link I put in there to take you to how you can network and get some and get to know some people, some decision makers in your industry. It's good that you start planning to increase your income while reducing your expenses, because it will help you have more money to spend on things that matters. So if by anything, if by any chance you have time in your hand, or whenever you have time, you can even come to this YouTube and start researching how, you can write. If you're a nurse, you said, how can I boost my income as a nurse, to bring out some things, you start getting ideas. I'm not a nurse, so that's why I said, when we talk about personal finance, we'll tell you the truth about it and how to go about it. But we don't know, I don't know how everything works about money in all the industries, because they are all different. Engineering industry is different, building industry, all those sorts of things. So not different. So but when you go close to decision makers in your industries, you might start getting ideas. It will start making sense to you. The more you get this idea and research on them, and the more you know what to do. So start investing your time on these things to help you boost your career. Then sometimes this number 7 is something I want to talk about because of black tax. Black tax, because I'm an immigrant, I've got some experience, so this is personal to me as well. No matter what you want to do, we Africans, I've got my friends in Cameroon, it's the same story. from Ghana is the same story, from Gabon is the same story, from Senegal is the same story, from Sri Lanka is the same. All these our underdeveloped countries is still the same stories. Black tax is real, but you can still control it and stick to your budget. So how to do this? Make plans each month, what you can do. You have done the major things that you need to do with your money. So make a small budget for black tax, because obviously our people are back home, and you know how it is. It's not all that rosy back home. Sometimes there are chaos, sometimes there are some instabilities and some political uneasy, and political problems and things come up. So we are not complete without our families. So our families are part of us as well. So you have to plan for this black tax, to make sure that you accommodate your family as much as you can without affecting yourself negatively. So stick on your budget while maintaining, you know, this family, giving this family help and stuff like that. And then number 8 is spend your income on your education. This the more you have knowledge and becomes experts on your field, the more you earn money. There's no two ways about that. You cannot do all the things you want to do and without getting required knowledge. If you, for instance, if you are a healthcare assistant and you want to go into nursing, the first thing you have to do is go to school and get education. Now that's money. So you have to plan that. The more you go and train and then you can upscale in your career and get on with, move over to a good position where your salary will be increased. Sometimes you have 20% margin increase, 30% margin increase. So it's money as well. So you look into that. If whatever you're doing, check how you can get some qualifications to upskill, in your industry. So number 9 is create multiple streams of income. It is not good, to have one income stream. An average millionaire have seven, um, average of 7 income streams or income stream, and it's not even good to have one stream income, because of anything can happen. You might be going to work and get knocked down by a boss. The work ends. You might get sick, you might get fired. There are things that can come up, it's a human nature. But all we do in personal finance is to have some support that can manage that problem when it comes. So now, if you have other streams of income, it will help you, make more money, stay afloat when anything happens in your main job. And when you are afloat, you don't there are um you have a very, very good mental health stability. Then there are people that when they lose their job, things go down in their life so drastically, and that is not good. But when you have other source of income, it will help you stay afloat. So number 10 is discipline. There are vices you should avoid, and if you don't avoid it, it might affect whatever we say from number 1 to this 9. And this number 10 is so much serious. Avoid gambling, avoid vices that will help you, that will help you spend more money on things that doesn't, you know, uh, add more value or income to the little money you're earning. Because these things, some of them like gambling is legal, so but it's not. If you go to town center, any town center, you will see more than two or three. So it's booming because people don't have good financial um, um, knowledge about money. And again, people have survived on it and they win a lot of money, but it's not for everybody. So that's why it's good, you have to avoid it. It's not people that have lost everything they have earned or acquired in life are more in numbers than people that have even win anything in gambling. So here we come to an end of it. Please, I don't like telling you to subscribe, from the beginning. I just want to give you value. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please subscribe, and so that you can see me more often, and we'll talk about good things about finance. And finance, I talk about finance locations and home-based business for stay-at-home moms. So if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you for listening. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you soon.